Today it's Ogre Battle, one of my personal favorite games from the Super NES. This was an RPG strategy game produced by Enix, and well, it's kind of hard to describe, so I may as well show it to you. You build an army based on knights and samurai and archers and valkyries and dragons and stuff like that, but first you have to answer a bunch of questions from Warren the Seer. He uses the power of the tarot cards to determine what you are and what your first unit is like. Basically, this determines what kind of leader you will be. It's not too more important in the overall spectrum, but it does determine if you're male or female, so I guess that's important. It also determines what tarot cards you get. It's just kind of an interesting little thing to have in the beginning. Determine your alignment, which is one of your traits, determines who will join you, and basically what ending you get in the game. It's difficult to rule those with ideas different from your own. What do you yourself look for in a leader? Compassion, why not? Now these questions change depending on the game that you start. What kind of magic potion? What kind of potion do I create? Let's see here. Immortality?
Isn't this game like extremely rare?
This game is very rare. It's actually they didn't create many cartridges for it in the United States. I used to rent it and then I had to buy it on eBay. Say one person frames the battle, who would it be? Yeah, let's be serious. That probably wasn't the best answer. Night before battle, seven falling stars, heading for the east. What do I wish for? Sure, luck is probably not a good thing either. This was the first in a kind of short series. There was a additional game on the N64, a tactics game for the Game Boy Advance, and a tactics game for the PlayStation. After that, I think it was kind of swallowed up by the whole Square Enix merger, and they really haven't made another game since. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance is definitely influenced by this, though. Choose a tarot card. Let's see here. I hope it's not death. I hope it's not death. I hope it's not death. And it's world. That's pretty good. So then you go to the first level, which is kind of a tutorial. Let's see my units. First unit, you can have up to 20 or 15, something like that. You've got myself, the Lord. Looks like my alignment is 60. I have a high alignment, so I got Ice Cloud. Now, your units do different things. If they're in the front, like these fighters are right here, they've got different attacks than they would do in the back. These fighters will attack twice in the front, my Lord will do an Ice Cloud in the back, and my Cleric will heal twice in the back. Now there's different units in this game, and if they fulfill different requirements, they can actually evolve into a different class, which is kind of cool. Fighters can become knights, knights can become paladins, all sorts of things. This is the overworld map. On my right is my reputation bar. It goes up if I'm doing well in the game. There's different environments, forests, plains, mountains, all sorts of things. I click on my unit and tell them to move. Tell them to move. I'll tell them to go to that town up there. That's where I want to go at the moment. And so, in other stages, you can see the boss character right there. In other stages, there'd be enemy units coming out, and you would eventually face them in battle. Now, in this game, it's not a fight to the death. It's a fight to complete as many moves as the character would do, and then you live to fight another day, which is kind of interesting. Obviously, it costs money to heal a character. It costs money to bring them back from the dead, that sort of thing. So you got to be careful. You liberate cities when you go on them when an enemy unit isn't there. And they're all happy. Hooray! You can pull a card, which will do different effects. The cards can actually, you can use it as attacks in battle. Whenever you go somewhere, they'll give you some information. Sometimes there'll be different units you can, special units you can recruit. For this stage, I believe there is. In fact, there's one up here. I happen to know that. Secret City. When you go over different terrain, depending on your unit's preference, like mine are a bunch of plane units, so they're going to go fast on plains. Forests and mountains, not so much. They also fight better on plains. When they cross oceans, it takes a little bit longer, as you can see. So there's secrets on most of the maps, so it's a fun little way to explore. But it does cost money to have units out to deploy them, not unlike a regular army. If you have a bunch of high-cost units that aren't really doing anything, you're going to lose a bunch of money. You're not going to be able to fight. So at the same time, when you're waging a war, you have to think about the economic. Oh, I pulled death. That's not good. You have to think about the economics of it and all that. It's an RPG, so your units go up in level as you defeat other ones. But if they go up too high in level and you just keep beating up units that are really a lot worse than you, you're actually going to lose charisma. You're going to lose alignment, which will affect your troops. Alignment is how good or evil you are, basically. So, high alignment units are things like muses and paladins, things like that. Low alignment units are like wizards and vampires. It's kind of interesting. I just gained another unit. I can deploy, I can edit them. That's lands right there. He's a knight, so he's got pretty high alignment. I'm gonna go. Let him in. I could deploy his unit if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna have my unit take over the castle. So day turns to night, night turns to day. High alignment units actually fight better in the daylight. Low alignment units fight better at night. There's a lot of factors that make this game interesting. It's a pretty long game. Battles can take a while. You usually aren't going to defeat all the enemy units. They'll keep redeploying them. You just eventually have to take the castle. It would be cool if this came on Virtual Console because you can actually pause the game. And this one, you pretty much just got to play until you beat a level. Which can take hours. I'm going to liberate this town, and then I'm going to fight the wizard. Pull another card, Fortune. Blah blah blah. Remember, this is a tutorial. When I defeat Warren, he gives me an entire army which I can edit and everything like that. There's I think 24, 26, something like that stages in this game, each with their own boss. There's secret characters that you can get only if you do certain things, and there are clues in here to help you out. And we're going to fight the boss, and I'm going to show you what the battle's like. There are different strategies you can take. You can tell him to attack the strongest, the leader, the weakest, things like that. Right now I'm on best, I may as well switch to leader. My units are at the bottom, his are at the top. So I'm probably going to win handily. He even missed, huh? Look at that. And that's how it plays out. I'm not really controlling the battle, I'm just basically like a general watching my little chess pieces march all over the land. And there I won. And that's how it works. So it's a really fun game if you're willing to invest in the time for it. It's not a game for everyone, but it is one of my favorites from the Super NES era. I really wish it was around now, but I actually emailed Square Enix. They said they're really not going to do anything else with the series, but hey, I can hope, right? That's Ogre Battle for the Super NES.